Satnam and welcome. I'm Bottom Dave, and this is Yogic Living. As you can see, we're up here on the mountain today. Now it's been a little while since I uploaded a YouTube video, and the reason why that is I dislocated my elbow. So, as you can see, I can't quite straighten it out all the way yet, but I'm working on that. And I wanted to make a video today to show you what I'm doing to work on that. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's tune in with the Adi mantra, Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. And you should do this before you begin any yogic practice. So it just helps to, because what this mantra does is it helps to guide you, helps you protect you. So let's go ahead, rub our palms together. Take a big deep inhale and exhale. Once again, take a big deep inhale and let it all go. Exhale. Now take a big deep inhale and begin with me. Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. 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 Inhale, suspend the breath. Feel the connection to God, the Guru, the golden chain of teachers, your higher self. Exhale. Inhale once again, suspend the breath. Feel the connection. Exhale. Inhale one last time, suspend the breath. And exhale. Well, we just got done tuning in with the Adi mantra. Again, what that does is it brings in guidance and protection into our practice, and it is a requirement before you begin any Kundalini yoga that you tune in with the Adi mantra. So now let's go ahead and tune in with an optional mantra. And what this mantra does is it just brings more protection into our practice. So let's go ahead, put our palms back at the center of our chest, close down our eyes, focus at our 1/3 eye, and then we're going to be chanting Ad Gare Nama, Jugad Gare Nama, Sad Gare Nama, Siri Guru Deve Nama. Go ahead and take a big deep inhale and begin with me. Ad Gare Nama, Jugad Gare Nama, Sad Gare Nama, Siri Guru Deve Nama. Ad Gare Nama, Jugad Gare Nama, Sad Gare Nama, Siri Guru Deve Nama. Ad Gare Nama, Jugad Gare Nama, Sad Gare Nama, Siri Guru Deve Nama. Inhale, suspend the breath. Feel protection wrapping around you like a warm blanket. Exhale. Inhale once again, suspend the breath. Feel the protection. Exhale. And relax the posture. Alright, so one of the things I first started doing when I dislocated my elbow was I started taking a lot of turmeric. Now, turmeric is an anti-inflammatory, and of course my whole arm was swelled up. Even my hand was swelled up, and so that really helped to reduce the swelling, help expedite the healing time. And once I got the swelling down, then I started the stretching. Of course, the doctor gave me these exercises to do, told me to get it to straighten out, to hold it like that, and let gravity do the rest, and even take a weight, to help get that extra stretch in there. But in addition to that, uh, what I started doing was some yoga to, of course, accentuate things and speed up the healing process. And probably one of the first things I started doing was, um, of course, I have been doing stuff to help with my healing already, so I've already accentuated those. And so what I continued my practice how I was doing, and one of the things I was doing was the Kriya to um, correct and cure any situation. And, I figured, if it can correct and cure any situation, then it can correct and cure my elbow. So why not? And so the first part of that Kriya is you do um, breath of fire for 31 minutes. Of course, if you're on your moon cycle, do not do breath of fire, with your navel, because you do not want to move your navel um, in that way, because it helps to, or it accentuates, because as a female you have a lot of energy going around, and if you're pregnant you could of course harm the baby, and you don't want to do either of those things. And so if you're pregnant, then you want to move up to your diaphragm, but otherwise you use your navel to do breath of fire. And because because of how these kriyas work, um, it just says do breath of fire, so it doesn't matter what you do with it, what type of mudra you do with it. So what I've been doing myself personally is I've been doing the inner sun kriya. And what that is you block off your right nostril, make sure your elbow is in contact with your rib here, because this is your bottom rib is called your healing rib, because it connects to that part of your spine that is known as the healing area. And so, and then I put my left hand with my thumb touching my ring finger in sun mudra, and then I begin a breath of fire. And while I'm doing that breath of fire, and again, breath of fire is just an equal inhale, just using your stomach. Again, if you're a female on your moon cycle or you're pregnant, move up to the diaphragm, but otherwise use your navel. It helps to open up that area, helps with your digestion. And but while I'm doing that breath of fire, I'm also doing a mantra in my head. And I'm doing the Gumpantre mantra. That's the official name for it. But what that mantra is Sa, Ta, Na, Ma, Ra, Ma, Da, Sa, Se, So, Hung. And this is the mantra to make the impossible possible. So if it can make the impossible possible, then it can certainly help to heal my arm. So why don't we, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of that to show you an example of what I've been doing. And to end, what we do is we put our hands in bear grip and we try to separate ourselves while we suspend the breath. Exhale. Inhale once again. Try to pull the hands apart. Exhale. Once again, suspend the breath. Try to pull the hands apart. Exhale. And now for the fourth round, what we do is we try to pull the hands apart, but this time when we exhale through our teeth, like this. And relax the posture. And so that is the first part of the Kriya to correct and cure any situation. Of course, you do that for 31 minutes. And of course, I only showed you here a small example of what you can do, or what that part of that Kriya is. So the next part is we're going to be chanting the Punch Shabad, Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. And while we're doing that, we're going to be working our fingers. So as we say Sa, we're going to put our thumbs to our index fingers. So we say Ta, we're going to put our thumb to our middle finger. So we say Na, we're going to put our thumb to our ring finger. And as we say Na, Ma, we're going to put our thumb to our pinky finger. Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. And while we're chanting that, we're going to have a visualization. And what the visualization is while we're chanting Sa, we're going to bring that S sound into the top of our head. Sa. And that Ah sound, we're going to bring it out to our third eye. So Sa, Sa, like that. And then the same thing for the rest of them too. We're going to bring that T sound in to the top of our head and the Ah sound out through our third eye. We're going to bring that N, that Na sound, that N sound into the top of our head, Ah sound through our third eye. And the same thing again for Ma. We're going to bring the M sound, the M sound into the top of our head and the Ah sound out through our third eye. This helps stimulate our what's called our golden cord inside our body. And so let me give you an example of that. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. And as well, we're also going to be doing it in the three different, what they call voices. We're gonna be doing it in the voice of the human, which is out loud. We're going to be doing it in the voice of love, which is a whisper. And then we're going to be doing it in the voice of the divine, which is mentally. And the full Kriya is that you chant it out loud for 5 minutes. You chant it in a whisper for 5 minutes. You chant it silently in that divine nature for 10 minutes. And you bring it back out into a whisper for another 5. And then you bring it back out loud for the last 5. And then for 1 minute, you sit in absolute silence. Ideally, with your breath held for that whole time. But in absolute silence, you don't even think of anything. So let me give you an example of that. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, Satanama, 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 Satanama. And then, after we hold our breath for a minute, in that moment of silence, and we stretch our arms up, take a big deep inhale, exhale. Once again, stretch our arms up, stretch that spine, exhale. Last chance. Inhale, suspend the breath, and exhale. That is the Kriya. That is, of course, a shortened version of the Kriya to correct and cure every situation. And the next thing I started doing to help me to heal myself was one. I used a mudra called Beggar's Mudra. So what that is you hold your palms together in a cup, but you stretch them out to 60 degrees, and you have that at that 60-degree angle, and you maintain that. And there's no what this one of the things that mudra does is it helps to bring in healing into your life. It is said you could even you can cure yourself without going to the hospital. Now, I went to the hospital. I went to the emergency room. I got the elbow put back in. But this is um, so I assume this will help to expedite my healing process. So I started doing that particular mudra with a hukam that I took from the Siddhi Guru Granth. Now, the Siddhi Guru Granth is the Sikh holy book, um, and how you take what's called a hukam is first of all, you go in front of the Siddhi Guru Granth, and you make sure you have your head covered because it is known as the living guru, and so you want to show respect for it. Plus if you don't cover your head, you can, because it is known as the living guru, you can get headaches and things like that. So you want to make sure that before you take a hukam from the Siddhi Guru Granth, that your head is covered. So I just turned to a random page in the Siddhi Guru Granth, and of course I turned to a random page, and on in this particular version of the Siddhi Guru Granth, there is a section that is written entirely in Punjab, and so it's, I don't read Punjab, so and then there's sort of an English sort of pronunciation, so how an English speaking person would pronounce these words, and then there is an actual English translation. And so uh, what this um, what this means is, I flipped to I opened the book, I flipped to the page, and I found one that resonated with me. Of course, there was a whole lot of lines in the book, but I felt drawn to like the top section, and the top section um, is pronounced Lal Jawya Bar Bandar Tatna Wejap Nininkar Amrchab Pewejanko Nanak Taki Param Gato. And it basically translates into my stores are filled with jewels and wealth because I I I chant the divine name of the Lord. And anyone who chants the divine name of the Lord, their stores will remain filled, and they will be healthy and wealthy. So I took this opportunity to chant this hukam, or this shabad, with this particular akshar or mudra. So I'm going to go ahead and give you an example of that. Lao Jawar Bar Banda Tadna Wejap Nirinka Ramachaba Pewajanko Nanak Taki Param Gato. Lao Jawar Bar Banda Tadna Wejap Nirinka Ramachaba Pewajanko Nanak Taki Param Gato. La Jawya Bar Banda Tadna Wejap Nirinka Ramachaba Pewajanko Nanak Taki Param Gato. La Jawya Bar Banda Tadna Wejap Nirinka Ramachaba Pewajanko Nanak Taki Param Gato. La Jawya Bar Banda Tatna Wejap Nininka Ramachaba Pewajanko Nanak Taki Param Gato. La Jawya Bar Banda Tatna Wejap Nininka Ramachaba Pewajanko Nanak Taki Param Gato. La Jawya Bar Banda Tadna Wejap Nininka Ramachaba Pewajanko Nanak Taki Param Gato. La Jawya Bar Banda Tadna Wejap Nininka Ramachaba Pewajanko Nanak Taki Param Gato. La Jawya Bar Banda Tadna Wejap Nirinka Ramachaba Pewajanko Nanak Taki Param Gato. La Jawya Bar Banda Tadna Wejap Nirinka Ramachaba Pewajanko Nanak Taki Param Gato. Nanak Taki Param Gato. So that was that part. And what I started doing then to help build my strength, because there was a while where I wasn't using this arm, so obviously I need to build up my strength back up with that. So what I started doing to build up my strength was something I've taught before. In fact, if you go back to my video, Building Strength the Kundalini Way, you'll find that you'll find a more comprehensive teaching. You'll find me teaching me this more comprehensively. These next two exercises that I'm going to show you. The first exercise is called Kunchun Mudra, and if done very properly, it is equal to exercising for 48 hours straight. So, what that is you're going to be putting both hands in Gyan Mudra, but your left hand is going to be parallel with the ground, centered at your chest. Your right hand is going to be perpendicular to your body. The left wrist, or your right wrist, is going to be bent back as much as you can. You're going to keep that stretched there. And while you're holding this position, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be, for the first part, you're going to be holding your breath for 30 seconds. And while you hold your breath for 30 seconds, we're going to do an upward pull with our internal muscles here. So we're going to, with these muscles behind your, with your butt, basically, and your stomach, you're going to have an upward pull, and you want to make sure that your spine is very straight. You don't want to be doing it like curved like this, because you're not going to get the benefits from it, and it may actually injure you. You're going to want to do it very straight. So what that first part is we're going to hold our breath for 30 seconds, and then we're going to exhale, and then again we're going to be doing that. We're going to hold our breath for 30 seconds. We're going to continue doing that for 5 minutes. That's the whole Kriya. Of course, I'm going to show you right now. It's going to be a short version. So we're going to inhale. We're going to suspend our breath and do an upward pull. Exhale. And in between these inhales, these inhalations where you suspend your breath, you can take a couple breaths, or if you're very advanced in your pranayams and your breathing, you can hold your breath out and then go again into the next breath. Whatever is more comfortable for you. For me personally, I just hold my breath out for probably about 10 seconds, and then I go back into the 30 seconds again where I hold my breath in. So, but I've worked up to that. I've done a lot of pranayama. I've been doing the Kriya to correct and cure every situation for a while now, and so I build up that I've built up my breath work time. Now maybe you haven't. That's fine. We're all at our different levels. You don't have to keep up with me. Keep up with yourself. But if you want to start doing this this mudra, you can take a couple breaths in between. So let's go ahead and take a couple breaths. And begin again. And so to end this part of the exercise, again, what we're going to do is hold that mudra, have that upper pull, suspend our breath, and hold it for 10 seconds. And feel that, and make sure that you meditate and feel that that energy is going into every muscle of your body. And for the next part of this exercise, we're going to have our hands in that same position, that same mudra. So again, our left hand parallel to the ground, hand in Gyan Mudra. Our right hand is in Gyan Mudra, perpendicular to our body. Wrists stretched back as far as possible. We're going to close down our eyes, focus at our 1/3 eye. We're going to continue that upward pull while we chant Waheguru, 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 Waheguru. And typically I like to do it a few times and one more than one breath, 4 to 5 times, depending upon what my mood is, really. But in this example, I'll show you about 4 times. Waheguru, 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 Waheguru. Waheguru, 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 Waheguru. Waheguru, 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 Waheguru. Waheguru, 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 Waheguru. Waheguru, 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 Waheguru. And then to end, inhale, suspend the breath. And exhale, relax the posture. So that again was a truncated version of Kunchun Mudra. And each of those parts are 5 minutes. So the next thing I did to help build my strength back up in this arm, or that I'm helping to do, because I'm still doing it, obviously. My things aren't back to where they were normally, as you can see. I was told that the best way to see what your progress is to compare it to the arm that wasn't injured. And as you can see, I can't quite stretch out this arm as much as I can stretch out this arm. So what I'm doing to help to build that strength is a Kriya called building strength and stamina. And so for what this one is we're going to put our hands in this mudra. So we're going to tuck our ring finger and our pinky finger under our thumb. We're going to have our index finger and our middle finger sticking out like so. We're going to put those down at the side of our body. And as we take 3 to 4 strokes through the O of our mouth, so like that, we're going to be pulling these in violently. And it's a very rapid motion. So, and then we're going to exhale through that same O of the mouth. So it's going to be like this. And then to end this Kriya, go ahead and inhale, and then do that motion again for 10 seconds. So inhale, and exhale. And we're going to repeat that 2 more times. Inhale, exhale. Once again, inhale, and exhale. So that was, again, a truncated version of the Kriya to build strength and stamina. And I also showcased that one again in that building that that video, building strength the Kundalini way. And I'll put a link to that video down below. So that's what I've been doing to heal myself, and that's why I haven't been doing videos here lately, because I've been working on healing myself, and of course life is busy too, but that tends to happen sometimes. Well, until next time, Sat Nam. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Oh, thank you, God and Guru, for giving us this healing and these blessings. Waheguru Kakasa, Waheguru Fate. Well, thank you for watching, and if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And hit that subscribe button down there if you want to see more of my videos. And if you want to be notified next time I upload one of these things, hit that bell icon down there. Alright, Sat Nam. Waheguru Kakasa, Waheguru Fate.